Hi everybody, today I'll show you how to blog with Elementor. So let's just begin. Alright, so to create the blog with the Elementor is really easy. What we need to do, we have to go inside the plugin and click on the add new plugin. Alright, so here I will show you the different plugins that we can use to blog with Elementor. Alright, so the first one is premium add-ons for Elementor. And the second one is Elements Kit Elementor add-on. And the third one is Essential add-on for Elementor. And in the last, we have a Royal Elements add-on. Okay, so we can use all of these 4 different plugins to blog with Elementor. All right, so let's just install each one of these here. So let's install the premium add-on first. So now let's just update our Elements Kit here because I have already installed this. And now let's just install the essential add-ons. Okay, so in the last, I would have to update the Royal Elementor add-ons here. So let's just click on update now. Alright, so now I would have to activate all of these plugins here. Okay, so I have activated the premium add-ons for Elementor. So let's just update other plugins as well. Okay, so let's just click here for the Royal Elementor. Okay, so let's just go back and click on the install plugins. Now I would have to update the Elementor add-on here. Let's just go back to the install plugins. Okay, so now in the last, let's just update the Elements Kit. Alright, so we have activated all of the 4 different plugins. So now what we need to do, I will simply go inside the pages and I will create a new page here. Okay, so let's click on edit with Elementor. Okay, so now I will use each of the plugin here to create the blog in the Elementor. Okay, so we will actually explore 4 different ways to create blog in Elementor. Okay, alright, so as you can see here that we have all of the plugins here that we have installed. So let's just start here with the premium add-ons. Okay, so let's click here, and in the premium add-on we would have to use the blog element here. Okay, so let's just drag this and put this here. Okay, so this is how we can create the blog with the premium add-on. Okay, so let's explore the settings here of the blog element. So in the blog element, as you can see here that we have the general settings and we have the query, we have the featured image, we have the display options, we have the post options, we have the advanced setting, carousel and pagination. Okay, so if I scroll down, you can see here that this is our blog. Okay, this is our blog that we have created with the premium add-ons. Okay, so in here in the general setting, as you can see here that we have the skin. So in the skin, we have the modern, we have the cards, we have the on-side and the banner. So let's go here with the modern. So if you want to have the grid layout, you can simply enable this value. But if you don't want to have the layout in the grid value, you can simply disable this. And here you can see here, we can also specify the number of the columns here and the posts per pages. Okay, as you can see here that we have the limit of 4 posts per page here. Okay, so let's go inside the query. You can see the option of the source here. So what is the source of our blog here? So the source of our blog is actually the post of our WordPress website. And you can also see the other options here. And let's just click on the featured image here. Now you can see this, we can show the featured image. But if you don't want to show the featured image, you can simply disable this from here. All right. And you can also explore the other options here if you want. Okay, so now let's just try to create the blog with the essential add-on. Okay, so let's go back and now let's just click on the essential add-on here. So in the essential add-on, you would have to search for post grid here. Okay, so you can see that we have the post grid here. Okay, so we'd have to use this. All right, so let's just drag this and put this here. All right, so now you can see here that we have the blog with the post grid here. Okay, so let's explore the options here. So in the setting, as you can see here that we have the query and we have the layout setting and the links. Okay, so let's just click here on the query, and in the query, as you can see here that we have the source, and in the source we have the post, and you can filter the data by author, category, tags and the formats, and you can also exclude the post if you want to. After that, we have the post per pages. Okay, so here you can change the number. So you can increase the number from here, and you can also decrease the number from here. All right. So let's just click on the layout settings here. So in the layout settings, we have a lot of the different options. Okay. So the first one is actually the template layout. Okay. So if you want to go here with the default one, you will simply go here with the default value. And if you want to change the number of the columns here, you can simply do it from here. And we also have the layout. All right. So let's just click here, and you can see that we have the two options here. All right. So if I just go here with the grid option, now you will be able to see that our layout is in the grid format. Okay. And you can see this, we have the show load more button. So if you want to show this, you can simply enable the value here. And if you don't want to show the image, you can simply disable it from here. So let's just disable this, and now you won't be able to see the featured image here. Okay. And after that, we have the option of the title. We have the show excerpt, which simply means to show content. And you can see the other options here. Okay. So if you want to show the date, author name, and award, you can simply keep these values like this. But if you don't want to show any of these things, you would simply disable the values here. Okay. So let's just disable all three values here. And now you can see here that we are not able to see the avatar, author name, and the date here. Okay. So this is how we can create the blog with essential add-ons. Okay. So now let's just go back, and now we will create the blog with the royal add-on. Okay. So let's close this. Let's just click here on the royal add-ons, and here you can see the option of the post grid slider and the carousel here. So we have to use this element here. Okay. So let's just drag this and put this here. All right. So as you can see here, the post grid of Royal Elementor add-on is looking really great here. Okay. So you can see in the category here if you want to, and here you can also look for the predefined styles here if you click here. Okay. So here you can see the option of the source. We can also see the selection here, order by, and after that you can see you can filter the data by author, category, tag, and you can also exclude the post if you want. After that, we have the items per pages, that is the limit here. So you can simply increase and decrease the value here. Okay, so after that we can see the option of the layout here. So in the layout, as you can see here, right now we have this fit rows layout, okay, which is the default layout here. Okay, so if I just click here, you can see the option of the list style, and you can also see the option of slider or carousel here. Okay, so I would actually go here with the list style. Now you will be able to see our layout in the list style. Okay, after that we have the image side, we have the column. So let's just change the value here. So I would actually go here with the single column. All right, so you can see here we have a single column now. Okay, so after that we have the alignment, we have the width, we have the distance, and you can also see the other options here. Okay, so if you want to show the filters, you can simply keep the values like this. But if you want to disable the filter, you simply disable it from here, and you won't be able to see the filters here. Okay, and you can also see the other options here. So we have the elements. So in the element, we have the title, date, comments, excerpt, and then feed more. So you can add more elements here, and you can also delete the existing element from here. Okay. And you can also see the other options here of the media overlay, image effect, and light box pop-up, and the pagination. Okay. So if I just go inside the image effect here, you can see this. We can select the effect here. Okay. So let's just click here, and you can see the option here. But unfortunately, most of these effects are the part of the pro version. Okay, so let's just go here with the grayscale in. All right, so when I hover over the image here, you can see here that we have some grayscale in our image here. Okay, so this is how it works, and you can also explore the other options here. So now in the last, we will use the element kit for the blog. Okay, so let's just go back. Let's just close the royal add-ons here. And in the last, you can see the option of elements kit here. Okay, so let's just click here. And here you can see the option of the blog post here. Okay, so we would need to use this option here. All right, so let's just drag this and put this here. All right, so as you can see here that these are the options of the blog post here. So you can see that we have the layout, we have the query, metadata. We also have the other option for the premium feature here. Okay. So in the layout, you can see this, we have the layout style that is blog at the moment. So if I just click this, you can see that we have the option of the grid with thumb, and we also have the option of grid without thumb. Okay. So let's click here, grid with thumb. All right, so you can see here, this is how it is looking, and this is looking really great here. And if you want to show the featured image, you can simply keep this value, and you can see this, we have the image position, we have the size of the image. Okay, so if you want to change the post per row, you can simply change it from here. All right, so after that we have the title. So if you want to show the title, you can simply keep this value like this, but if you don't want to show it, you can simply disable the value here. And if you want to show the content, you can simply keep this value, but if you don't want to show the content, you can simply disable this. Okay, so let's just disable this, and now you won't be able to see the content here. Okay, so now let's just go inside the query here. So in the query, you can see this, we have the post count, and we have the select post by, and we also have the select categories. So from here, you can actually filter out the data of the post if you want to. And after that, we have the metadata here. So in the metadata, you can see this. If you want to show the floating date, you can simply enable this. If you want to show the category, you can simply enable this. So if you want to show the metadata, you'd actually put the values like this. So after that, we have the option of meta position, and in the last, we have the metadata. Okay. So you can simply play around with these values here. So this is how we can blog with Elementor. And I have shown you the 4 different plugins that can be used to blog in Elementor. So now you can simply choose any one from them, depends on your need. And this is all for this video. If you really find this useful, hit the like button and subscribe the channel.